Okay. So this is I'm genuinely pissed off, and okay, I'll just get right to the point. You know, it's not very often that I will order food out or that I'll even have a delivery, and I have used Skip the Dishes before, and I won't say that I haven't had issues before. I have, but you know, when you're having issues and you can't even talk to a human, that everything is AI automated now, so you get no real satisfaction. So I'm just going to basically read what I wrote up because I suck at trying to remember my rants, and okay, it took me 2 days to finally figure out how to do this, and I hope this video will make a difference. And if anybody else has had any issues similar to what I have dealt with or dealing with, I guess, then please leave a comment and tell me about it, because I hope this video gives Skip the Dishes the worst possible review possible, because I can't seem to leave a bad review on their website. I can't seem to talk to anybody, and I got ripped off, and I didn't even get my food. So this is what happened. Okay, I honestly don't know how a food delivery company can get something this simple so completely wrong. I have used Skip the Dishes before, and somehow they still couldn't get my address right. I placed an order from Dairy Queen, paid for it, and waited for my food. The order never arrived. I never received my food, and I never got to enjoy what I actually paid for. What made the situation even worse was trying to get help. Instead of being able to speak to an actual person who could look at the problem and fix it, I was essentially left dealing with what appeared to be an automated AI support system. Rather than resolving the situation, I was basically told sorry and given the choices to receive a credit to my Skip the Dishes account for less than what I actually paid, or receive a partial reimbursement back to my bank account. Let that sink in. I paid for food, the food never arrived, and somehow I'm expected to take the loss. I didn't cancel the order, I didn't receive the food, I didn't get what I paid for. Yet their proposed solution still leaves me out of pocket. That's not customer service. That's making the customer pay for the company's failure. The most frustrating part isn't even the missing food. Mistakes happen. Addresses can be entered incorrectly. Drivers can have trouble finding the location. What matters is how a company responds when something goes wrong. And in my experience, Skip the Dishes responses was essential. We're sorry. Here's less than your money back. Good luck. There was no meaningful attempt to actually solve the problem, no proper human support when I needed it, no food, and apparently no expectation that I should be made completely whole for an order I never received. If you're considering using Skip the Dishes, think twice before handing them your money, because when everything works, ordering food is easy. But when something goes wrong, you may discover just how difficult it is to get a real person to take responsibility and make things right. For me, spending money on food I never received and then being offered only a partial refund is completely unacceptable. 1 star because I can't give it a 0. My advice to other customers: before you trust a delivery service with your money, ask yourself what happens if your order goes wrong. In my experience with Skip the Dishes, the answer wasn't reassuring. And, it's completely bullshit. You know, I should have, I should have been able to talk to somebody. I should have been able to get a full refund because I never got my food. I watched the bloody car on the map too, and it was around the corner from my place. I mean, okay, given I haven't used them in quite some time, but you know, they had never got the address wrong before. Maybe because I live in a complex, they couldn't find the unit number, but still, at least they showed up. This time, they don't show up, and I get screwed. And then to top it off, right? So they tell me, because they say that you know I either get the partial credit to the skip the dishes account right away, or wait 10 business days to get the partial refund to my bank account. So I was so mad. I'm like, fine, I'll wait the 10 days, whatever. But so I check my account, and okay, it shows the amount taken out of my account, 24.95 or whatever the hell it was, and then it showed a correction of 24.95 being put back. But then they still charge me like $10 fucking. That's ridiculous and unfair, and they should be held accountable. And they don't seem to. I mean, how do they get held accountable if there's no place to even leave a review or whatever? So I'm hoping by me making this video that maybe the message will at least get across, because I'm really unhappy, and I was hungry, and I wanted to eat something different for a change, and I didn't even get that. So if any of you have had any issues with Skip the Dishes, please let me know. Leave a comment. Or if we can get the message across that how they handle business is wrong. And if people aren't going to get their food, then they still shouldn't have to pay because they messed up the address. So yeah, I'm I'm choked about this, and I wanted to make this video right away, and I mean, really, the videos didn't exactly come out the way I wanted it to, but I'm still going to share this with as many people as I possibly can, and I hope people watch it, and I hope I'd like to know how anyone else may have handled similar situations. So please leave a comment. And I don't make many rants like this, and I really I'm still trying to get used to being in a camera, but yeah, I'd like to hear from you, and and if you have other ways of helping me to make this bad review stick, or so that they get the message somehow, then please, I'd love any advice, because I don't normally do this, but I'm a recovering addict and alcoholic, and this isn't right, and I don't know why I shared that part of myself, but okay, anyway, I better go before I say something else that is not relevant to this video. Okay. Thank you for listening, and you want to hit like and subscribe, that'd be great. But really, help me make a difference, because Skip the Dishes shouldn't get away with ripping people off, especially if they're gonna screw up the order or delivery for that matter. So I've lost all faith in Skip the Dishes. So again, thanks for listening, and bye for now.